Southbank is important to skateboarding as a whole, not just London skaters. It's essentially a hub for skateboard culture, and it's where people come to meet, it's where people come to practice, it's where the new talent is found, and it's where you just make good friends, and it's really hard to put into words, really. It just has, because of the history of the place, I mean, skateboarders have been here for about 40 years now. It just has this magical vibe about it. Like, we just want to be around where we know so much stuff has gone down. The response to the petition has been unbelievable. It's not the only thing that we can do. It's so great. Anyone who hasn't signed the petition should sign the petition and get involved, because it just shows how many people care about the place. We're working with lots of other options, because we're going to fight to the death. We're all going to be homeless if this place goes, essentially. So we'll be here with chains. We'll be chaining ourselves to the pillars, if we need to, if it comes to that. When I first came to Southbank, it was a lot bigger than it is now. It basically
all down that stretch where that wall with the skate style graffiti on.
Which basically used to have to go all the way to the other end, to where the car park is, around the back. And so basically there was light coming through. Graffiti wasn't legal here. It was, it wasn't the kind of garish, supposed urban art piece that it is today. It was, and when the sun came in, it was just the most beautiful place. Someone had the brainwave to make graffiti legal here, which is something that we're not particularly pleased around, because people are very quick to pigeonhole skateboarders and BMXers and graffiti artists into this one urban bracket, and we absolutely hate that, because we're our own culture, completely independent. We appreciate we share the space with them now, but the graffiti really changed it, because it brings down a kind of a shadier type of person. There's been a lot of gang fights that we've seen, and if anything, it's just destroyed what was already a beautiful place. When there was no graffiti here, it was magical, because it wasn't about being next to all this artwork. It was about interpreting this amazing space that wasn't designed for us and just doing something different with it. You look at Southbank, and you can then look all over the world, and you find spots that are basically exactly the same. Not in how it looks, but in what it means to the skateboarders in that area. You've got Love Park in Philadelphia, EMB ledges in San Francisco. It's just the spot, it's world renowned, And those, EMB is pretty much gone. It's been knobbed, as far as I know, and then. Love Park is also, you can't skate there anymore. You can try, but it's, they've changed it around, and basically slowly they're taking away all this history and all these places where there were essentially dead space in the city that skateboarders populated and used in a positive way. And so I know that in the city of London, where there's actually a bylaw that they've manipulated to say skateboarding is illegal there, their famous catchphrase is just head south of the river, go to Southbank. They're not going to be able to say that anymore, so we're not going to have anywhere to be. So we're probably going to be more of a nuisance to society if this place goes. And I don't want that to be negative. We don't want to be that, but we need a spot where we can be, and this is the only place, because the big public spaces are just getting closed down, made smaller and smaller. You look at the city of London now, Cheapside just looks like Oxford Street. Public spaces in the city are going, and it's not just about skateboarding. It's places where you can just walk around and just be free and think about stuff and just be yourself, rather than being oh, go here, buy this, do that, conform. There's not many places like that left, so if this goes, it's going to be a sad day for the arts culture in England, not just for skateboarding.